Hello and welcome to the Thursday edition of Nigeria Market. Nigeria Market is a special program of AID. AID is an ambassador initiative for development and empowerment. Nigeria Market is today, we're in December, and you know what we do? We spotlight made in Nigerian products and encourage Nigerians to buy made in Nigerian products so that we can grow our economy. Yes, I'm your anchorman today, and those who are going to join me is one of our chief hosts, who is also in Port Harcourt for official assignment. He's going to join us in our discussion today. And our discussion today is not far away from what we discussed last week, but we're going to, buttress more on how insecurity is an issue to food security in Nigeria and the economy of our nation. So apart from that, we're also going to look at the markets, which is our main primary assignment here, how we can continue to, encourage buyers to buy according to what they have. So we're going to look at consumer confidence. And when we talk about consumer confidence, we're saying how much can you buy depending on what you have in your pocket. And if you're buying, what are you buying? What kind of products are you buying? And we are here to encourage you that as you buy this December, we should buy things that are made in Nigeria. And those who are producing made in Nigeria product, we want to encourage you that you also keep to standard so that we can have good patronage during this period. And also, what we're going to discuss today will be also very good news from the part of government. Recently, the first day of December, the government of Nigeria launched what we call Autogas. It's another good, version that Nigeria is going to diversify from using fuel. We discovered that cost of fuel is very expensive. So government is trying to see how we can use our own gas because we have enough gas and we don't even know how to use it. You remember, we flare gas free and it goes to there. So we want to see how they can be converted and to be used for our automobiles. So it's a good venture that Nigeria is going to go into and it's going to raise our economy. So we're going to discuss all this. So joining me from Port Harcourt, as I said earlier, is our chief host, Mr. Samuel Paul. Are you there?
Hello.
Samuel, are you ready? Are you already online?
Yes, I'm online. Can you hear me?
We are expecting Mr. Samuel to hook up with us.
Yeah.
And some other speakers, Mr. Ramad, they are also co-speakers in today's edition. But we thank God our technicals are working on it. But as I want to say, sorry that we started our program very late. It's because of some technical hitches. And we want to pray that today it will not going to be last week where we try to connect our viewers, some of our reporters from Port Harcourt, and they could not make it. But I thank God we're going to go into. So how do we continue to talk about insecurity? Because it's a very serious issue concerning our food security in Nigeria. And when we talk about food security, as we said earlier, who are those people that can secure food for us? Just peasant farmers. Farmers are the one technically, encourage. That rice farmers were massacred, and this had actually brought bad blood to Nigerian farmers. And a lot of the whole world and the entire nation is mourning these farmers. And what do we do if there's no security enough to be able to take care of our farmers who want to go to the farm to encourage production of food crops? So we will want to give spotlight how government will improve on security so that we'll definitely look at this issue so that the issue of us. All right. Are we joining Mr. Sam? Mr. Sam, are you there? Hello.
Okay. Can you hear me, Mr.
I think you're going to join you. I can see how you can hook up with us.
Yeah, I'm already on with you. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Okay.
Hello.
I think I can hear you and see you. So you're
can
welcome.
You see my hand? Yeah, thank you.
All right. So as I actually outlined our topic, we are going to talk more to the issue of insecurity as it affects food security in Nigeria. I actually earlier said that last week we bordered on how we can improve food security and bordering on how we can improve food security. We discovered that we are being ambushed with insecurity, with the killing of 40. Now it has even increased to about 46 or thereabout farmers, and numbers are counting. And Nigeria has been mourning these farmers, and we are not really happy here also in our platform. I was trying to see how Nigeria can improve on security so that our food production can also boost the economy of our nation. So you may also join us, you may also weigh in. Apart from that, we're going to look at the markets today. And so you may want to share a little. Are you still with us? Hello? Okay. I think you will still join us. I had you earlier, so the technical people are working very tirelessly to see how you can share with us today. So what are we saying? The government is actually, confused, as some persons, some quarters will say. Is it the government, the political class, or is it the service chiefs that are actually the issue of not being able to combat this insecurity in Nigeria? It's a big question. We can actually not be able to provide the answer. But the ball of the issue still lies on the decks of our president, the president, Muhammadu Buhari. He has everything. He has the knife and the arm. So we're calling to him that it is a high time he reject the security chief, because that's the issue now. Even the National Assembly are also calling. So we too here we're standing very strongly that there's need for us to have a fresh, take in this security matter so that we can actually, have a robust cover. All right, Mr. Chimene, are you there?
Yes, I'm with you. I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. So what's your take as in regards to what we're talking today?
Anyway, fine. Thank you for having me. And I want to also employ everyone. Thank you for also being there, with us every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, to the issue, every right-thinking person in Nigeria, will tool the line of the majority. Of course, we're in democracy, and democracy, is about the majority. So the majority of the opinion, I don't know why, if those who are ruling Nigeria with the president, we have three arms of government, the executive, the judiciary, and then the legislatures. And then the legislatures are the second arm for me as far as, the three arms is concerned. After the executive, I think, is the legislative arm. And if these two arms are not working together, then we are really in trouble. I don't know the reason of Mr. President. Ordinary Nigerians have called, and he was adamant. The northern elders have spoken. For the first time, the Sultan of Sokoto, spoke out on this same issue. And then several times, the Senate, National Assembly have also called on Mr. President, reject the security this thing we have in Nigeria is no longer effective. It's no longer the zeal of the younger ones who wants to go and show the action, it's just there. And then the older ones are sitting, which has also been the problem, even within the political circle. The younger ones with fresh ideas, with fresh blood, with the hashtag generation.
Are you still with us? Okay. Yes, I can see where your opinion lies. The majority, we are all joining our voices to encourage. Okay. All right. I want to tell you, I want to say that, yes, you're not far from others. And as you've rightly said, there's need for us to reject the security apparatus Preparatives of Nigeria. And
Yeah,
apart from that, there's a superior call that at this point in time, it's obvious that we cannot win this law. We need assistance. So the governor of Borno State is also, cutting a short, advising government to see how they can to, look outward, bring support from the world to support us in this fight. I think we need to look at that, whether it is in the right direction too, to see how.
Yes, all are in the same direction. There's nothing wrong when we are not winning. Of course, you can remember that Chad led the fight, against the insurgents in Nigeria. Chad, a few months ago, was led that fight from Chad, including the president had to go to the war front. The president, the son of the president, were leading, the fight against the insurgents, the Boko Haram thing. But on the part of Nigeria, we are not taking that proactive measures that we ought to take. Now this thing is affecting Nigeria more than the Chad or Niger or whatever. But in any case, if the government decides to go get machineries to fight these people, I think it's a welcome development. If we cannot do it, in the whole world, Nigeria has always been part of the peacekeeping force. So it means that when there are security issues and then that country is not able to combat it enough, I think, yes, they call for collaboration, they call for partnership. That is why we have signed to be members of the ECOMOG or the EU or the UN and all that, the things that we are. So it is on the part of the president. Now, the issue here is not even the governor. The governor will also be like the Senate president. So if the Senate has called on the president to take action and the president and the presidency keep playing around it, then it means that the voice of the governor of Borno State could just be like the ordinary voice of the ordinary Nigerians. So we call on the government, Mr. President, he has to come in, he has to step up. Now, I think a bit of blood, I don't know what he's going to say, but I've read that he has accepted to appear before the House of Representatives. He doesn't need to appear before the House of Representatives. In my own view, because if he will go and take the
hello, Mr. Sam. If I may cut it short, the drive for asking the president to appear, I don't think for me it will make any impact. The major impact here is that he has been called right now that he should think of rejigging the security apparatus. I think there's no because when he goes to the National Assembly, the same return is going to tell us. We expect that this action should be taken immediately. But you see, before you continue, we may not too much bother because we have other issues we want to also weigh in today. For me, I look at Nigeria for this while. Nigeria has been the big brother to Africa. We've been going to other countries, helping them when they have security issues. We're doing the ECOMOG and all that. We've gone UN, we fought, we came back. Now that we have this kind of security, do we need to even ask? Our own brothers from Africa should begin to see how they can collaborate with us and volunteer to also assist us so that we can also have
Mr. Slate. So that okay, fine. If I get that,
way and encourage Africans and the UN to.
No, but I think it is the Nigerian government that will call on them. Yeah, Nigerian government need to invite. You understand? The Nigerian government need to invite other African countries. Go to African Union. The president have not taken up this matter seriously, in my own view, because if he is, then why will he ignore? Number 3 citizen is the Senate president. It's a Senate president. So if the Senate, which is the lawmaking arm of the government, come together. Now, this call is from the both chambers of the National Assembly. So if he didn't listen to the ordinary citizens through the civil society, through all the people, the citizens from those areas that are being killed, the chiefs and all that, then the northern elders, which is also from his own extractions. And if he didn't listen to all these people, he should be able to listen to the National Assembly, because without the National Assembly's input, the government cannot be stabilized. But like you said, for Africans can never just come into the fight against Boko Haram or that without them being properly invited into the field. So the government needs to invite. Of course, they have not cried out to say this matter is overwhelming us. So it is the duty of the government to say, okay, this matter is overwhelming us. Let's look outside, like the governor is suggesting.
It's already obvious that we are overwhelmed at this point in time because our security apparatus is overstretched. So there's no point we should ask for assistance. For me,
no, Mr. Sled, if you listen to the defense,
we'll continue to. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. But have you listened to the defense of the presidency each time the issue comes on rejigging the security apparatus? The presidency have always said no, it is not yet time. So it means that they are not yet saying to the world that we are overwhelmed. That is what it means. But I think I want to agree with you that we don't. But in any case, we don't wait. African Union or any other mercenaries cannot come in if they are not invited. Just look at it that way. I believe that because you have to follow diplomacy, you have to follow international rules that governs this game. So you can't on your own to just go. It's like invading somebody's territory. You heard when Americans, came to rescue an American in the camp of the captives.
Security should be provided
some doors. Some people are saying Americans didn't come to take permissions from the Nigerian government before invading the territory. So all these things have, the diplomatic ties that you must follow.
Okay, all right. Because we're having someone who is standing by, Mr. Ramad, who also want to share. I would like us to also give him the opportunity to also weigh in as he comes in to share his view on this matter. So we will continue to encourage the government. And all right. So is Ramad in? Okay, Ramad is already. I can see you, Mr. Ramad. What's your take? Yeah, Mr. Ramad is also an opinion maker as regards to this topic today. He is joining us somewhere within the FCT to share his thoughts. Mr. Ramad, are you there?
I'm here. Thank you.
All right. So we're dwelling on how insecurity is actually affecting food security in Nigeria. And when we talk about food security, it has to do the production of food, enough food for Nigeria economy to strive. And we've been talking how insecurity has actually affected based on what happened last week. Our peasant farmers were massacred, and at this point that the government is actually looking inward and promoting agriculture as a state to be able to revive our economy. And at this point, we are farmers who are actually the critical owners of food production are being attacked. So what do we do? What's your take to this development too?
My take is that like I've always been on this side of doing. Now, it's enough to talk about it. It's a good thing because the more you talk about it, the more people are aware, and people will begin to get notice. That area will begin to get a lot of notice. People begin to notice that area. But in as much as we're talking about it and not doing anything about it, it is even worse. It's like letting people aware of a product that you made, and then the product is not available for people. Now, while you are saying insecurity is the issue, we are not the only people talking about it as a private entity. The government too, they are talking about it. If you go to the news, you hear the government talk about it.
All right. Okay. Okay, I think you're technically being cut off there. Yes, from your take, I want to commend you for actually giving us the platform to actually talk about what are we encouraging at this point in time. When Nigerian market is designed to actually promote made in Nigerian product, and encouraging our Nigerian manufacturers to produce goods and services that are of good standard so that we can continue to look inward. And as far as this topic is concerned, we're trying to see how insecurity actually is affecting the market. And the market, we are looking at the agricultural sector, where the huge, economic boom was supposed to come in from. Hello. So that's the reason why we talked about it. But however, you made a very germane point there. We want to see how this platform will continue to create the market, and where the buyer and the seller can actually meet to promote this project. Okay, you're back. Hello. Okay, I think we're just having some technical issues. Okay, Mr. Sam, I think you're also online. Mr. Rahman is saying, apart from the issue of insecurity, it's also been talked about. What is our place as far as Nigerian market is concerned? What are we doing to see how we can be able to bridge this issue of buyer and seller? Because that's what we are promoting. So I think he has very germane. So I think we should also look at that as you make your input now.
Okay, fine. That's why the Nigerian market is here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, fine. So that's what the Nigerian market is doing. But like we said, without peace, there can't be any meaningful development anywhere. Now, without these things being caught, I don't know how the food security we are all conversing. All right. The recession is here. We don't have enough food to eat. And then the security thing, farmers are not. In fact, for God's sake, I was so disgusted for the government to say rice farmers in Maiduguri did not take permission before going. And I think those are flimsy. The excuse is so flimsy. But having said that, let's see how now this program. There's no way we talk about the food security when the physical security is a threat to it, or that's the truth. It's a negative reality that we must confront, that we are saying. That's why everybody's saying, let Mr. President do something. Now, in agriculture, the government need to sit up. The government need to sit up so that government can, like we said, the primary responsibility of every government is to protect life and properties. And then for businesses to thrive, there must be that enabling environment created also by the government so that the private sectors can do everything they can. Now, right now, we are heading into a festive period. In the next weeks, we'll be talking about Christmas. Now, everybody wants to eat. And then the security thing is coming. There's going to be a hike in price. Nigeria is in recession. So that is the more reason why the government needs to sit together. The government needs to sit together so that we can bridge this. Because without one, these things are connected like a chain. You can't talk about food security in the face of insecurity in the land. The farmers, as far as I'm concerned now, in the whole of Maiduguri, and of course, that majority of the rice we hope to eat, or we feel we eat in Nigeria, comes from the north. Now, if the farmers are not having the confidence or don't have access to their farm according to the presidency, so how do we produce the food? There won't be any food. And then it is until this food is enough, then the food can now get to the consumers, and not just get it to the consumer, to get to the consumer at a very affordable price. So we talk about access to the market, from where they have produced. So if we don't dwell more and hit it straight that everybody, we are joining, or we are lending our voice to well-meaning Nigerians to call on so that we can have, we can have food, and then we'll have an environment that promotes peace, so that these people going to the farm, will be able to farm work. Okay, do they need to get army or navy or police to follow them to the farm? No. So let the government step up on their security architecture, do something so that when these people are going to the farm, they are going to the farm with the confidence that yes, we are producing what will serve Nigeria.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Sam. Thank you very much for your thoughts. I think because of time, we may not still dwell on the issue of this. Let us also, put a smile to those who are already in the market, because we should be in the marketplace now, trying to see the market psychology, and we're looking at the consumer confidence. And even when we are talking about the farmer confidence, which is actually low, we are talking about consumer confidence today because we are in the festive period, and December is the time of buying. And a lot of us out there, civil servants, everybody is waiting for salary to come in so that they can begin to make their purchase. And we are saying that as you go to the market to make purchase, please buy Nigerian product. Try to look at things that are being produced in Nigeria so that we can, promote our own and, grow our economy, which we are actually promoting. Then the local manufacturers, we also want to use this platform to tell us that you should produce things that are in standard, so that you can win the minds of Nigerians to begin to patronize our own made in Nigerian products. And if we do this, I think we'll be in a very good scale to be able to buy and sell our own and encourage our economic growth at this point in time, especially this period of recession. And I told you earlier that there's also good news, despite the one that we're bereaving of the death of farmers in the north. The good news is that government is also trying to see how they can step its game. And we just mentioned earlier that the government has also launched what is called Auto Gas, a project or scheme that is going to come up and is going to start by next year, September, where our cars will be converted to gas compliance, so that we can reduce the pressure on fuel importation that is eating deep into our foreign reserve. So I think government will also give them kudos at this point in time for taking up this laudable initiative that we are talking about, gas. So we want to say, as a final word from Sam, because of our time, regards the input of government. What's your final word before we give a close to today's program?
Thank you. My final words that Nigerians, we must look inward. The government must look inward. The citizens must look inward. Let us begin to promote and patronize what we produce in Nigeria. And of course, to those who are producing, please produce quality products so that people can have that confidence that when you go to the market, the little resource, there's a lot of scarcity of resources, so that the little one you get, you don't just go and waste it because you want to buy Nigerian-made products. So please, to those who are producing, if you are producing rice, please let it be quality rice. If you are producing vehicle, let it be quality and meet the global standard. So thank you for having us, joining you today on the platform.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sam. So we want to say, because of time, we just like we have earlier said, that first our consumer confidence should increase. We should buy things made in Nigeria, especially this period of festive period. We're talking about celebrations and ceremonies. We should purchase things made in Nigeria. We shouldn't go to Dubai and begin to make it, so that we don't grow their economy. So we want to encourage us, as usual, to always buy, as we launch our hashtag Buy Nigeria to Grow Nigeria, which is actually our campaign this period. So buy Nigeria to grow Nigeria, and have a stay with us next week as we continue this project. Bye-bye, and thank you.